We did really, really good. So the first half of and right now it's just on YouTube and it's just on Twitter. So the first half of the Radio-a-thon, we raised 450 on oh, it didn't post in. So we raised 450 on Cash App, and then we raised 100. No, we raised 180 on the GoFundMe. So we're doing really good. So now we get to hop into the last 2 hours. I'm sorry, the last 3 hours of it. All right, so let me know if y'all need. Let me know if y'all need the Cash App because I see a lot of people have been saying something about the Cash App. All right, so now we're gonna go live on Facebook. I thought that. Wait, that's the time. Thanks. All right, so now we live on Facebook. So now the last one we're gonna go live on is Instagram. Hi, we're still fired up. Hey, Facebook. So right now, we just did a tally. We just did a tally for all the donations because I wanted to make sure I had all the donations. This is bubbly sparkling water. Yeah, so I hope I did this right. Okay, so we just did a tally for all the donations. We had $450 on Cash App, and we had $180 on GoFundMe. I'm gonna make sure that it wasn't 280. I think it was just 180. So altogether, we had 630 in our first three. I don't know how to do that. They're trying to say that my frame rate is low. When I tell you I have no idea what that means. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Okay, so I'm hot. So now we're gonna add Instagram. And so this hour, we started a little late, so we're gonna end a little late because we're gonna definitely get our full 6 hours in. This is definitely a marathon. That's why they call it the a-thon. So this hour we're talking about who is the queen of hip hop, and I really, really want to know what y'all think on this because this has been a big topic. The top people that people are considering to be the queen. This is not my top. This is what people are considering to be the queen. Is Nicki Minaj, Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, Doja Cat. I think those are what people are considering. The people who I want to throw in the mix. I'm not saying that they're the queen. I'm just saying I want to throw them in the mix. Tink, what's her name? I ain't go, not Dej Loaf. What's the girl from Chicago? Drake. What the heck is her name? I forgot her name. The girl from Chicago. Alberetta. Now, people like Cash App, she's not the queen, no shade, but she doesn't have like that queen energy. So yeah, I want to know who y'all think is the queen. Hi, Instagram. Hi, Instagram. We're back. This is our 4th hour. Okay, everybody, this is our 4th hour of the Radio-a-thon. As you can see, we're raising money for the Future Lawyers Camp. Okay. We're raising money for the Future Lawyers Camp. And this is an idea that I had probably like a few days ago. I already got this banner made for the camp because we're going to be putting the banner on the bus, on the outside of our bus, because we couldn't get our bus wrapped. So we did have to edit that. We could not get our bus wrapped. So we're going to be hanging this on the outside when we're going to the bus, and then we're going to put it on the inside. We got a whole bunch of stuff printed out. We have t-shirts. This is a shirt. Well, this is a shirt from one of our old years. You can't see it on Instagram. But yeah. So yes, somebody just said, so the camp is next week. The camp starts Monday. So this is the reason why we did this, because so far before today, we raised $3,000, over $3,000 for the Future Lawyers Camp. In the last 3 hours of our radio-a-thon, we raised $450 on, I think I'm going to start my Instagram one over. Yeah, I'm going to start the Instagram one over. Delete. Yeah. So Monday, August 16th, we're going to St. Louis. I'm traveling, and I will be teaching at the Ferguson Boys and Girls Club. So this is huge. We're going to the courthouse. We're going downtown to the Dred Scott Courthouse. The kids are going to learn all about doing an appellate case. This is a little bit different. And then we're going to do a mock trial with suits on Wednesday. Then we travel back to Kansas City. That's why you see the Kansas City. We travel back to Kansas City, and we're going to do it again at in Kansas City, we're doing it at the YMCA. So when we go to the YMCA, it's going to be totally different too. How are you? All right, we're in our fourth hour. So before the radio-a-thon started, we had 3,053 raised. After the radio-a-thon, the last 3 hours, we raised $450 via Cash App, and then we raised $180 via the GoFundMe. So we're doing really, really good, y'all. Like, I really appreciate this. We're feeding the kids breakfast and lunch. We're giving them t-shirts. We're giving them suits. We're providing them with a lot of different opportunities to learn. We're also going to the courthouse, so we have transportation. Of course, we have snacks and stuff like that, and we have games. And I think the best part for me is that they get to learn that they can be anybody that they want to be, and they can do anything that they want to do. So we're super excited. This is going to be our last day, I would say, like, outwardly pushing fundraising, because I'm going to be super focused on teaching. But of course, you can always go on there and donate, because we're going to have it open to donations. And we're also starting the agency fund with the Kansas City Community Fund, so that people can make donations and make different donations available to the camp. So, or click the link in bio to donate. Okay, so we're talking about the queen of hip hop. So a few years ago, when Nicki was doing a lot of pop, I was upset, and I'm a Nicki fan. And when she was doing a whole lot of pop back in the day, I wasn't feeling it, because I don't like pop. Now, and it's crazy because I was listening to this YouTube mix. YouTube will have like all of these like verses from Nicki Minaj, and they have this mix that has all of her pop verses. And I was like, dang, because it was just playing on my Google. I was like, dang, I done missed out on so many Nicki verses because I don't like pop music. And she will go on there and do a really nice verse. So at that time, I was really critical of Nicki. And I just felt like, at that time, I was like, she's not the queen no more, because Cardi is coming in and she's rapping and Nicki's not rapping. Now, Nicki's not doing that no more. But I think my criticism was a little bit valid, but I wish I would have let her cook a little bit, like let her have her pop moments. Because there's really nothing wrong with her doing pop. So who cares? She's still rapping. So in 2017, Cardi came out with Bodak Yellow. Before Cardi came out with Bodak Yellow, Nicki was the... Okay. Nicki was the undisputed queen of hip hop. Like nobody was going against her. None. Let me interrupt this to say that I have been getting a lot of news notifications, and I see that there's a big issue in Haiti today. Unfortunately, a lot of people lost their lives, and I am really sad about that. I really am in prayer for Haiti. Okay, so they said right now they have 200 people that have died so far. So, ooh, no, it's over 200. They said it's 227 deaths so far. So I'm major prayers out to Haiti and the people from Haiti, and also the people who just love a lot of people from Haiti. Let me see. Okay, I'm just trying to see what's going on here. So it looks like it was an earthquake. It's been so much stuff. I know one of their presidents was killed, which is a big issue. It's just been a lot of stuff going on in Haiti. And Haiti is one of those places that has some of the strongest people, the smartest people in the world. And so me seeing it, okay, a lot of people. Somebody's asking me about donations. Me seeing that today made me really sad. So hopefully they get a lot of support when it comes to people who are in a devastation like that. That's really devastating. I can't imagine an earthquake. See, in the Midwest, we have tornadoes. So I used to think about a tsunami and think, or a hurricane, which is kind of like a tornado plus a storm, and I used to get really scared. So earthquakes, that's super foreign to me. So back to hip hop. So Nicki was undisputed queen from, I would say, from 2010 until, you know what? It was before 2010, but her album came out in 2010, so maybe it wasn't 10 years. So I would say her album came out in 2009 or 10. Bodak Yellow came out in 2017. Bodak Yellow ended up going number one. That's Cardi B's song. So after Bodak Yellow went number one, people started to whisper that Cardi was up next. Another thing that happened with Bodak Yellow was that Remy Ma came out with Sheether. So when Remy Ma came out with Sheether, it was the first time that Nicki was publicly dissed in that manner. Before that, no one would diss her. It's kind of like Beyonce. When Beyonce was starting to get dissed, it was weird because nobody was dissing Beyonce before. So, yeah. So basically, I'm trying to see. Cardi then started doing features with people. So when Cardi came out, people started to say, we can get a whole bunch of other women to come out. And then after Cardi came out, then you get all these other women rappers. So now people are saying, oh, women in rap is saturated. It's not saturated. If you look at all the men that are in rap, it's still way more. It's just that now Cardi kind of opened the door for people like City Girls and all these other girls that were rapping before, not the City Girls, but it's other girls that were rapping before but weren't getting the recognition. Look at all the dolls we got. We got Cash Doll, Asian Doll, Cuban Doll, Dream Doll. So it's like 50 dolls and all of this stuff. Now, all these people are not queens. Now we got Doja Cat. In my opinion, Doja Cat is not a rapper. Kayla, one of my friends, Kayla, she likes Doja Cat. I'm sorry, I don't. Doja Cat is like a copycat Nicki. So I just feel like when Nicki raps, it sounds like Doja. So I'm not seeing I don't see what's special about her because she's not doing anything new. I've seen it already. So when it comes to Doja Cat, some people think that Doja Cat is the queen. Doja Cat has had a number one. It was with Nicki. Doja Cat does sell out, and Doja Cat does certain shows. Like, I like her as an entertainer. She's not a rapper to me. She doesn't have a flow. Like, a rapper has to be able to get on flow and rhyme with the flow and with the beat. Okay, so Doja. Now we have Megan. So starting in 2019, Megan Thee Stallion came out. She started doing these like freestyles, and everybody started liking it. I'm not gonna lie, I fell in love with Megan as an artist on a freestyle that she did called Fire in the Booth. She was up rapping, and I like girls that just rap. So I like lyrics. So some people like the beat, some people like the look. I'm just a lyrics girl. So when Megan came out with her lyrics, I was like, okay, Megan know how to rap. She's from the South. She's different. She's tall like me. And I like seeing people that look like that. And so I really like the full package. And I started to say, like, dang, Megan could be the GOAT. Like, I kind of jumped the gun on that. I started, and my brother told me that too. He was like, Tasha, and this is when Megan first came out, but I said the same thing with Cardi. When Cardi was in the booth recording Bodak Yellow, I knew that Cardi was going to do something special. So when Megan came out and she did that Fire in the Booth freestyle, and she was talking about Pikachu, like she was telling people the stuff she was interested in, I was like, Megan's up next. So now Megan has like 5 Grammys. She has #1s. She did a song with Beyonce. She did a song with Nicki. Some people say she used Nicki to climb as a climber. But the question is, who is the queen of rap? After all of this stuff that happened from 2010 until now, because I'm not going to even talk about the people before that with Lil Kim and people like that, because they're not in competition with these new girls, even though they are still putting out music. I did like Lil Kim's last album called 9 that she put out a few years ago. But I want to know from y'all, who do y'all think is the queen of rap? And if you ask me who I think is the queen of rap, it's still going to be Nicki. Nicki just came out. She just re-released her mixtape called Beam Me Up Scotty. And when she re-released her mixtape, the crazy thing is I think she went they partially muted my video because of the music. I forgot. I can't play music like that, y'all. So I got to chill out with the music. But she re-released Beam Me Up Scotty to remind people how tight she is, which she is. Then she turned around and she put 3 new songs on there. And she got this song called Seeing Green with her, Drake, and Wayne. When I heard that song, I literally played it 50 million times. And then I was like, Nicki's back. Like, Nicki's the queen. Like, you miss Nicki when she's gone. I had a few arguments with some of my friends about this. They feel like Nicki's not the queen no more. They feel like Nicki's washed up. That's not true. People say that about people who get older. I mean, she's 38. So what? But in my opinion, there hasn't been a better rap song with lyrics than Seeing Green. In my opinion. So that means that even though all of these girls are new and hot, they're not coming with the same lyrics that Nicki Minaj is coming with. So I just feel like Nicki is #1. Now, when it comes to sorry, I was looking at something. So yeah. I just lost my whole train of thought. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. What I was trying to do is I was trying to share something to Twitter, and I saw something crazy on Twitter. Megan got it. Okay, so she said Megan got it on lock. So Megan, because of her Grammy status and because of her accolades, she seems like she's up here. But Cardi has a lot of accolades too. Cardi got Grammys. Cardi got #1s. Cardi goes viral every time. Cardi just did a song with Lizzo, and the song is doing good. She did a song with Normani. I don't know what's going on with Normani's team, but it's not her stuff is not circulating the way it should. But I don't think that nobody came out with a song with lyrics. And that's why I said I care about lyrics. So it matters what people care about when it comes to rap. Some people just want to party. And if you just want to party, you're going to have to play Megan. If you go to the club, Megan's songs are going to have to be on. Period. If you go to the club, you don't necessarily have to play a Nicki record right now. You can play Nicki featuring NBA Youngboy. You can play Nicki featuring Pop Smoke, but you don't have to say, I want to play a Nicki record in the club. So for people that only care about club records, Megan is going to have it and Cardi is going to have it. But I still feel like because Nicki put so much time in for so many years, she literally, and she still has the Midas touch. Earlier, I played her song when she rapped with Bia. Bia has a song. Yes, the song was doing good, but when Nicki came on that song and gave her that stamp, the song went up. Now she's performing with 50 Cent and doing all of these different things. Like she's getting, like when Nicki puts a stamp on you as a woman rapper, you're solidified. Nicki was the first one to put a stamp on Megan. And before Nicki put a stamp on Megan, Megan did not have a big song. She was not out there like that. And people have to realize that. Megan had songs that I knew because I'm a woman in rap fan. But Megan did not have no big song yet. Nicki hopped on that song. Nicki hopped on her live. This is like if Nicki hops on my live right now. She had no connections to Megan, and she gave her that opportunity. So I just feel like Nicki's still the queen. She's still the queen. And I think that at the end of the day, people need to give her respect. Okay, let me see a comment. Let me read the comments. Oh, I can't see them. Okay, so somebody said Nicki Minaj is no longer the queen of rap. Okay, so Sexy135 said, no competition. We need diverse rappers to listen to and adore their talents. That is so true. I just wish that everybody else thought that. Like, to me, some Nicki fans can't even listen to Cardi. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that. Like, when Cardi, if it's a Cardi song, I'm going to listen to it. So some people do feel like you have to pick a side and there's competition. That's the only reason why I'm talking about it, because I know that that's what most people think. That's what most people think. They think if it's Nicki, it's either Nicki or it's Cardi or it's Megan, and it's nobody else. And I mean, and you have to pick a side. I'm not picking a side, because at the end of the day, all things Makita. If you want to hop on, even if you don't want to talk about the queen of rap, just to say hey. But like I said, if it was up to me, I wouldn't choose, because I think all of them should win, and I'm a huge fan. Like, it's a song, it's a Cardi song that I'll be like, okay, Cardi's that girl. Same thing with Nicki. You know what? When it comes to Cardi, I like when Cardi, and okay, this is the other part that I forgot. Cardi has ghostwriters. Nicki doesn't have ghostwriters. Megan doesn't have ghostwriters. I think Doja might. She does write, but I do think that she has ghostwriters. So I'm not 100% sure on that. So the thing about Cardi is that Cardi does get help. But a lot of people say that Drake is the best and Drake gets help. So you remember all that stuff. Oh, man. Let me turn this stuff off. Sorry, y'all. My Instagram is tripping a little bit. You remember all that stuff that happened when Meek Mill came out and he said that Drake has a ghostwriter, and nobody believed it. And then they dropped the reference track with Quentin Miller. Ever since then, some people said Drake is not the king no more, but some people said Drake is still the king, Drake can still rap, Drake's still that dude. So I just feel like at the end of the day, it's a double standard when it comes to men and women. But I can't say that she's better than Nicki, because Nicki has to sit down and write all of these raps. Hi. Hey, Alpha Man. If you want to get on just to talk. Yes. So I just feel like when it comes to the queen, we do have to give Nicki that, because Nicki does sit down and write every single last one of her. She does write every single last one of her bars. But if it's a Cardi record, I'm going to go play it. If it's a Nicki record. Now, one of my friends told me, if Nicki Minaj come out with a new song, I'm not going to listen. That's cap. That's cap. Everybody goes and listens to Nicki when she comes out, and that's how you know she's not cold. People are cold when they drop projects and it's crickets. Nobody's listening to it. That's not Nicki. That's not Nicki. So I just feel like Nicki is going to be the queen of rap from now until she gets tired of rapping. When she gets tired of rapping, she won't be the queen no more. I don't think it's gonna happen in the next 6 years. Mm-mm. I don't think she's 38. She's probably gonna do this probably until she's 50. When she turns 50, she might retire. But she's working on a song right now. I mean, she's working on an album right now. She's working on a documentary, and she doesn't feel. Ooh. Oh my God! I was talking. That was not a belch. I was talking. This bubbly has a problem. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? Okay, so Cardi is the queen. Somebody said that Cardi B is the queen. That's not true. She's not the queen of rap. She's really good. She has a flow. That's what I like about Cardi. Cardi has a flow. I can't argue with that. Hey, Studio B. Okay, I was trying to see. Why does it look like that? And I apologize if it looks weird. I was having an issue with Spectrum earlier today. They came over. They said that they fixed it. Hey, everybody. Okay, this thing keeps happening. So let me fix that. We are raising money for the Future Lawyers Camp. So today we've been on live for we're in our 4th hour. So the first 3 hours we raised $450 on Cash App, and we raised $180 on the GoFundMe. We really need to get this shared more, and we need to get some more funding because we are starting the Future Lawyers Camp in 2 days. What's wrong with this? Yes. We are starting the camp in 2 days, and so we do need your help when it comes to funding. We do need help. Every single dollar goes to all of our expenses. We get t-shirts for the kids, we get suits for the kids, we have transportation, we have food. Yes. I just got an email from the bus. We have to pay for the buses in both cities to take our kids from the where we're doing the camp to the courthouse. We have to get snacks. There's so many different fees associated. We got custom notebooks with future lawyers on them. Because one thing that we do, we treat the students as if they're attorneys already. So as soon as they come in, they're no longer a kid. They're counselor, they're attorney, they're lawyer. So we treat them with that type of respect every time. And as soon as they walk in, and then we give them different sides. So we have, I wish I could show y'all the sign. So we have one sign that's the prosecutor side. Somebody holds that. We have the other sign is the defense side. And they get assigned their sides. Hey, Peaches. Let me know if you want to come back on. So as soon as they walk in, they get exposed to the story, to what happened. And I do it in a kinesthetic way. They have to get out their seats. They have to run. They have to take their notes. They have to write all of these notes out to get the evidence and all of this other stuff. So it's a lot that goes into it. It's not just I'm sitting up there. How many more donations? Okay, so we got so far we had 400. We had a total of 450 on Cash App for the last 3 hours, and we have a total of 180 on the GoFundMe. So far we're doing really good today, but we do need more shares and we do need more people talking about it. Yes. So we're doing this for 6 hours. Honestly, it was a little bit different than what I thought it was going to be. Yeah. It's funny that nobody really did this before. People who are in my DM right now, please go to the donation link or donate via Cash App. Okay? Thank you. Oh, Peaches, can you talk about the queen of rap? I know you said you don't want to talk about music, but I was saying that I think that Nicki is still the queen and that Cardi, you know, she's cool and Megan is cool, but Nicki is still the queen right now. Yes, thank God. We got another visitor. All right, we have somebody else coming on IG for the Radio-a-thon. I'm going to stop playing music. So we were playing music every time we got a donation, but now, at least on Facebook, they're trying to mute. They're trying to mute me on Facebook when I shared it because I guess they're muting me because it has music. They said it has copyright issues, which is, I ain't gonna say it's stupid, but I just, it says unable to join. Why does it look blurry on, it really looks blurry. Oh, it didn't look blurry the whole time. I guess I'm just having some connect. Hey, Peaches, try. I don't know why it's doing this. Something is going on where it's I guess it's my connection. All right, let me try again. Something's going on with my connection. Oh, that's good. Okay. Hi. Hey, y'all. Okay. So the next hour, we're talking about relationships. That's the last hour. We're talking about relationships. I think I want to get, I hope I can get like a man and a woman on IG. That would be really fun. Because I want to talk about where we at with relationships right now in 2021. Peaches can help me with that too. I'm trying to see what's on. I did not know that you could not play music. I mean, I knew you couldn't play music, but that's messed up. Because I was playing music so much in the last one. Nobody told me. Why y'all didn't tell me? They cut out some of my stuff. Hey, it's tight to have a Kansas City and the St. Louis in the background. Shout out to Jasmine. So Jasmine, the crazy thing is, Jasmine made this design. Yeah, I can't really see it that good, but she made this design back in 2018 for my law camp in 2018, and I had multiple law camps after that. It's crazy. Yeah. Like I've been using her same design because I felt like it was such a good design to have both cities. Oh, one thing that I do want is I want people to know that if we can do this the right way, I want to take it on the road. So I have honestly, I have like 80 kids that signed up virtually. So we're doing a virtual law camp after this law camp. So after we knock this week out, which is St. Louis and Kansas City, we're gonna go and do a virtual camp. So when we do that camp, it's just gonna be online. One thing that I want to do is I want to take our camp on the road. I want to get a bus. I want to get it wrapped similar to this. And then um I want to take it to different cities and offer this to different communities. That's what I want to do. I'm super excited about doing that. Like 2022, we're going to be focused a lot more on the camp. I have so many different funding opportunities that I'm waiting on right now. They don't hit in enough time for this camp. So that's why I was really relying on our community support, which the community has went above and beyond. Like I didn't expect all of this. I wanted it, but I didn't expect it. So it's a pleasant surprise, and it shows how committed our community is to real change and how committed our community is to helping kids in that community. So I'm super happy about that. Thank you so much. Because so far we've raised a number, like a really nice number that I can't argue with or be upset with. We're almost to $4,000. And we've only been fundraising for about 11 days so far. So that's really good. I don't know why it looks like that. It's like sometimes when I'm looking at it on Twitter or when I'm looking at it on YouTube, it looks blurry, and sometimes it doesn't. I don't know why it looks like that. Spectrum gonna hear from me. All right, so I really want to do a relationship talk. If y'all know any relationship gurus, oh, she been trying to request. If y'all know any relationship gurus, send them my way because I really want to get a guy on here to talk relationships. Like, I want to hear from the men. I just tried to request you again, Peaches. I don't know what is wrong. Like, why does it look blurry? I wish somebody would tell me if it looked blurry on Facebook. It won't let her. I don't know what's wrong with it. It said that before. We actually about to start, Peaches. I'm gonna cancel. I'm gonna start the live over because we about to get into the relationship side of it. So everybody on Twitter and on Facebook and on YouTube, y'all stay put. Hold on. Share. Oh, we just got another donation. Yay! We just got a $25 donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Oh, man. Oh, thank y'all. I wish I could do a dance and play the music, but they're going to cut me off. So thank y'all. We just got another donation. We're doing really good in Cash App. Really good on Cash App. We just got another $25 donation for this hour, and we're not even done with the hour yet. How Facebook gonna flag me for copyright? Facebook is so extra. Like, who are you, Facebook? Who are you? Facebook, I cannot stand Zuckerberg. Oh, I can't say this while I'm live. He gonna cut me off. I just don't understand how this man. Like, how this man gonna tell me that hour 4 is done? 2 more hours to go. Aww. Aww. Okay. Last 2 hours. Relationships. My mama be watching everything I do. Hey, mama. She's funny. My mama is hilarious. She get up. What's wrong? Oh. Okay. Now we talking relationships. We talking relationships, y'all. I hope this don't get messy. I hope this don't get messy. Let me tell you. Okay. So what I want to know is, this is what I'm finna do. I'm finna edit it on Facebook and say, are you currently in a relationship? Are you in a relationship or single? And my question and the reason why I'm asking that is because it's 2022. Look, I don't went further. It's 2021. I want to see what people think. And some people feel like titles, the transformation of relationships from 2010 to now is crazy. Like, some people say, it's just so many different things I want to get into. Hour 5. We're back. Let's go. Let's get it. All right. We're talking about relationships. All right. We only got 2 more hours on this radio-a-thon. We still raising money, but now we ready to get into the next topic. My cousin's gonna come on her. She's a fiance, so that's her status. My status is single, dating. I really want to get a man. If there's a man who would love to come on here and talk with me and my cousin, that would be great. Hi. We're talking about relationships. Okay, I'm not a relationship guru. This is just a topic that I wanted to talk about. Before we get into the topic, I will say this. I think that the biggest thing about relationships is that you have to have a good relationship with self. That's just the first thing that I would say. You can't look outside of yourself to get what you want initially. Okay, so you have to be back. Oh, my cousin said she's back on. You have to hey, do you want to hop on live? Because I really want a male's perspective. I would really like a male's perspective. Um, it's really hard to have a relationship if you don't have a good relationship with self. And I know that sounds cliche, but I do think that you have to take care of yourself. I think that people really take a lot of their stuff for granted. We take our bodies for granted. We take our minds for granted. Like, do you understand how much we can change by just changing the way we think about certain things? And health, whether it's mental health, physical health, emotional health, it all works together, in my opinion. So it's like, in order to stay healthy, you have to care about yourself and you have to think about yourself. A lot of things, I mean, even phones and social media, if you don't pay attention to what's going on, you could get caught up in looking at stuff and that can mess your head up. And that's why you have to really pay attention to yourself and to know what makes you happy. One thing, I want to talk a little bit about Aisha K. Fames. So I don't know if y'all know about her, but she was, rest her soul, she just passed away in July, unfortunately, at the age of, I believe, 34. So she teaches a lot about femininity, and I learned a lot about femininity from her teachings. And one thing that I learned that really helps me out now is that there isn't one image of what femininity is. And the only way that I learned that is basically I keep studying. So I really, really love to study. I love to read. I love to learn everything about everything. So when she talked about there's different levels of femininity, it really resonated with me, because it doesn't mean whatever you think that picture is, it doesn't mean that that's you. So you might feel like, oh, am I not feminine? Am I, whatever the case, am I wrong for feeling the way that I feel? But no, it's not true. You're not wrong for that. That's just the way that you feel. And that's just the way that you do things. So everybody has a different motivation. So my motivation in relationships is not going to be the same as another person's motivation in relationships. That type of stuff helps me just determine what I need. My particular feminine archetype, according to Aisha, is the sage archetype. And that archetype, we're motivated and we're inspired by the pursuit of knowledge and by proximity to power. So we do like the idea of having power, having influence. We do like the idea of learning, like somebody who can teach me things. I do like, and see, proximity to power could be your own power. Hey, Kathleen, if you want to hop on, let me know. We're talking about relationships. Just request it if you do. But when you deal with certain men, it will help you figure out what type of men you like. Like, okay, I like a man that has a little bit of power, whether it's power at, he's a manager, or he's a coach, or whatever the case may be, he's an entrepreneur. It doesn't matter. It helps you determine what you like in a man and what would keep you inspired, no matter how long you deal with him. So that's something that I really, really paid attention to in dealing with relationships and in dealing with femininity. I thought it was gonna be way. I'm not gonna. Oh, we just got another donation. Yay! Thank you. Aw, that was so nice. Aw. Thank you so much for donating and sharing and liking. Oh, yay. Yay. Thank you so much for the donation. Yay. I'm happy. I'm so happy, y'all. This is really what Just Us System is about. I'm not going to even, it sounds like a company line, but Just Us System is saying that it's a organization of hope, but it's actionable hope. It's saying, hey, we don't have to wait for certain things. We can actually do activities and help the community, and we can turn around and benefit the kids and benefit society with that. The craziest thing is that we put, I think, our least amount of resources into the kids. But yet the kids are the ones that are going to be adults in a certain amount of years. And I think that taking away resources from the kids or not helping the kids is something that's really hurting our society. And it's like we haven't figured that out yet. Like, do people really understand, or people really not understand that if you gave a lot of these kids that are quote unquote, see, there's a lot of stereotypes and stuff, troubled teens or whatever the case may be. If you gave a lot of these kids something of substance and something to believe in, that they would actually perform so much better. And they would have the reason to keep going. And they would have the energy to create. That's why, oh, yay, my cousin's coming on. That's why I started the law camp, because I have the energy to actually create. Like, think about it. What if people weren't stressed out about certain things? Or what if people didn't worry about certain things and they didn't have the opportunity? Hey, Peaches.
I'm driving.
You're driving? Okay. If people...
But I was asking how many donations, how many more donations?
We got to...
Have you been playing the song?
So, Facebook... Aw, I'm getting more donations. Facebook is basically, how Zuckerberg is. So he cut me off, like he muted some of my old video because I had that music. So now I'm scared to play the music.
So this is on Facebook too at the same time.
Yeah, but should I just play it?
I thought that was time. If they didn't, you know what I'm saying? That was lit.
All right. Well, we just got another donation. All right, we just got another donation. YouTube might do that too, but oh well. They listening to me too because I'm literally on live. That's the funny part.
But see, that's what I'm saying. I wish you could just play the part real quick and just,
and then cut it off. Because they heard me. Because the crazy part is that they heard me. Like, I was playing it and playing it and playing it. So, hey, Google, play Day Day Spend It to celebrate.
Spend It by Day Day. Sure. Playing on YouTube Music.
Hey, Google, turn it up. Hey, Google, play Day Day Spend It and turn up the volume. Yeah, our GoFundMe going up. Go to the GoFundMe. I don't know, y'all can't see it. GoFundMe, y'all. Oh, that's what I need to do. Hey Google, pause it. Okay, so I'm just gonna play a little bit like that.
Yeah, you only need like 10 seconds, and then they can't take
Okay, I'm only gonna play 10 seconds. I ain't gonna play because I was playing whole songs. I know Google like, Facebook like, oh, you thought
Oh yeah.
Facebook like you thought I was weak.
Sweet. Right.
Okay, so we talking about.
I was calling to check in because I gotta go.
I want to talk about relationships real quick.
Okay, what about real quick?
Okay, how do you get over a breakup? How do you get over a breakup if your heart still broke? Like, how do you get over that?
You gonna have to. You gotta wait it out. You really gotta submerge yourself into self-care. Really an easy answer like, oh, what you gonna do is you gonna do this and you gonna do that. That's not really out of my range, for the time.
Okay.
But can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to. You really gotta. First off, you gotta take time to.
Okay.
Learn how to move. You gotta learn how to move by yourself again. So that's the thing. People be like, you don't know how to move because you've been with this person. So you gotta learn how to move by yourself.
So you can come on here.
And you just have to take the time to relearn you and make a new routine. That's what I would say.
Okay.
You definitely need a new routine.
New routine. Hey, you spitting. Hey, she's spitting. She said if you want to get over a breakup, you need to have a new routine. I agree with that because I feel like your daily routine, it can't be the same. So you gotta, if you're trying to grow,
right,
it can't be the same. I agree with that.
Right. And it's gonna take some time. You can't force it. I would say what not to do. Don't be like in other people's faces.
Oh, you don't like to get under. You don't like to go in and get what somebody else mean.
No, because that's whack.
Yeah, but you ain't telling what to do.
No one look. I ain't telling what to do.
Yeah, you ain't telling what to do. You
well,
saying
I can tell you some spiritual stuff to do. You need to change your sheets. The sheets that you were in. That's something spiritual to do because you've been laying dead with that man, and now you gotta get rid of his image. We
talk about men and women on here. Hey Riri, you want to join?
Hey man, whatever. Yeah, I gotta go touch it. I'll hop back on later.
All right, I'm gonna have DJ come in. DJ.
All right,
bye. Okay, I'm gonna have one of my brothers. I got two brothers, but I got a little brother. He joined us for the camp.
Hey everyone.
Hey, say hi to Instagram.
Hey Instagram.
So this is Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Okay.
All right. How many views you got?
How many views? Right now we got 4, but then we got some more on Twitter. So, but they've been in and out. So, okay. So tell them about the camp, and I see you repping today.
Of course.
We get shirts every year for the kids. So, matter of fact, you can sit down.
All right.
I'm gonna let the king sit. My 17-year-old bro.
All right.
All right. So just tell them a little bit about the camp and stuff and why you think it's a good idea.
Well, she just put this on me, so I mean, it's not going to be as good if I practice. But like, the camp is good for students who obviously want to become lawyers because she's a tight lawyer. I ain't like
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, it's like kids don't know anything. They go with her. They go in the lawyers camp. They figure out what they want to learn, and then Tasha sets them straight.
So what did you do last time? This is our cat, y'all, Batman. So what did you do? Look, he don't like the spot. He don't like light. So what happened last time when we went to court? Like, do you remember a little bit about what we did?
My favorite part is when
that's him right there.
My favorite part is when she had this little dummy. Like the dummy was like that. It was. But yeah, the dummies. She brought this dummy to make it seem like it was dead, and she made us come outside to look at the dead body. and we had to solve the crime. And it was a good experience for me. And then we also went to the courthouse the first time we went, and it was amazing. I like seeing the judges in the courtroom. It was great.
Yeah, this year we're going to see different judges too. Like we're going to see Judge David Mason, but we also seeing some here. You could come, but he's in football camp, so he's not coming this year to the St. Louis camp, but he might come a little bit to the other camp. Hi. We see some other people on here. And Peaches was just on here. Well, thank you, Dion. We wanted to hear from you senior year. Are you excited?
Of course.
All right.
All A's, baby.
All A's. All right. I wish that my cat was trying to hang out a little bit. Hey, kitty. Hey. See, he don't want to be on the spotlight. He's not trying to be on the spotlight. Okay. We did some good fundraising. Woo, we almost done, y'all. We got an hour and a half left. Aw, we doing good. Okay. I wish I could show y'all my board. I have like a board where I was writing the different locations. I got St. Louis on this side, Kansas City on this side. I got the location, the judge, the case, the bus, the food, the t-shirts, the suit, the supplies. Like I literally have been strategically mapping everything out to make sure that we have everything we need for this camp. Like it's crazy. I could feel so much adrenaline because I'm so excited about it. Okay, let's talk about the cases a little bit. So St. Louis, we're going to be doing a case for Ricky Kidd, which Ricky is actually from Kansas City. Jonathan Irons is going to be the case for Kansas City. So when it comes to, I could actually go and find it because they have video. Like they let you do video on Instagram, but it won't be on Facebook and stuff. So I don't want to do that. But Ricky Kidd was incarcerated for 23 years. And Jonathan Irons was incarcerated for, I believe, closer to 25 years. Both of them were exonerated and they were found that they did not commit those crimes. You know, being falsely accused is a historical thing. Like it's something that has been happening for so many years now. And I believe that, okay. Oh, I really, 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 really love seeing the donations come in because I know that it's literally going to be direct to help a student. You know what I'm saying? Like directly. Like it's one thing to donate something to an organization or to something that's saying like one day this may be used on your student or this may be used on a community, but everything that we get is going directly to help a student. Ooh, sorry, this thing is moving. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what is going on. Hey, Wine, you want to hop on live? He probably gonna say no. We talking about relationships. Listen, somebody said Kevin Samuels. I don't listen to that man. I have never watched a Kevin Samuels clip. He said no. That's okay. Okay, what about Derek Jackson though? On YouTube. This is crazy. I have never been live this long. I really like my little setup too. I'm gonna ask Deanna. Hey, make sure y'all donate. I put the Cash App and then I have a GoFundMe. So we will be in St. Louis for 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then we will be in Kansas City for 3 days as well. Okay, on Twitter, I have a question. I can't see. Okay, I hate when people ask this question. They said, hi. If you want to get on live, add me. So they said, do you believe in the love that our grandparents had? Everybody's always trying to compare. Like, you can't compare stuff from back in, like, my grandparents got together, I think it was 1970 or 1971. 70. My mama watching me, y'all. So just so y'all know. Okay, so 1970, my grandparents got together and everything was different. I think that a woman couldn't buy her own house until like 1973 or 74. I think that I think that life was totally different. What is that? Oh, I got a message. Okay. Okay, so he said that he hopes that. So somebody just said, I hope that I get a relationship like my grandparents. Like I said, I just think that when our grandparents were, do you want to come on live? I'm asking relationship questions. I would love a male perspective. Yeah. I just feel like it's uncomparable. I can't compare anything. Okay, yeah. All right, so the other thing about it is that my grandma and my grandpa, they were kind of raised to, I guess, quote unquote, settle down. They were raised to get a relationship, be in a relationship, get married, have kids. That was kind of the way that they were raised. Maybe our generation was not raised like that because a lot of, I don't know. I don't know what the numbers are. I don't want to talk about like numbers like, oh, such and such is married, such and such is not married. I just think that the way that the world is now is just not the same. So a lot of people, both men and women, are not seeing the need for marriage. I still see the need for marriage. But I can see why some people don't at the same time. So I do want to talk to a man about relationships. I do want to hear a little bit. Hopefully somebody will hop on because I just sent a request. honestly, I kind of thought, I know it's Saturday, but I kind of thought that this was going to be the lit one. The lit one was the music and the movies. That kind of got a lot of people attention more than this. What? Single ladies. Oh, somebody said Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, and Beyonce be telling y'all to leave y'all men, but they not single. Oh my god. Oh, it said he tried to join. It says you tried to join, but you couldn't join. Is it my internet? Oh, I don't know. All right. So somebody said, why do women act like they don't need a man? That's a good question. Hey, I'm going to make that. I'm about to make that the Facebook. Hey, I'm about to make that the Facebook page. Facebook title. And I'm about to make that the Twitter title. That's funny. Okay, so somebody said, let me share this real quick. I'm going to ask this because people don't think I'm toxic. This is a question. I wish that everybody could see these comments. All right. Let me cross my legs for this one. I really want somebody to answer this for real, for real, for real. I'm laughing because somebody said this to me before. So, quote unquote, needing a man, I used to think that it was a different word. And it's funny because my mama and them is a little old school. So they'd be like, yeah, you need a man. Like, what you mean? So I think a little bit of our generation was kind of like, oh, I don't need a man, blah, 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 blah. It's funny because Aver be talking about this. He talks about like, what's it called? Aver talks about protection and providing. And that's what women need. Somebody said people say that because they delusional. Hi, it's Charity in the city. So I think that the word need kind of triggers people sometimes. So instead of saying need, people say, well, I do want a man, or I do want a woman, whatever the case may be. So when people ask, why do women say that they don't need a man? I think it's because they look at the word need in a different manner, and they don't want to be, quote unquote, dependent on somebody like a child would be. You see what I'm saying? And it could come a lot from childhood traumas, because childhood traumas will be like, say if you did need a parent or you did need somebody back in the day, if that didn't happen, you felt weak. So some people might feel empowered by saying, I don't need, But I do think that everybody needs each other. We all need each other. This is men, women, no matter what type of relationships that you're in. I do believe that people need each other at the end of the day. And I think that it's more than financial. It's more than physical. I think it's an emotional connection that people need. And I don't see anything wrong with saying that. And I don't think that it makes you weak if you say you need somebody. Because what's wrong with that? Because I definitely need my mama. And I definitely need, hi, Willie, do you want to get on live? I definitely need, my siblings. I definitely need my brother. So why can't you say that you need a man? Or a woman. I do believe that a lot of men say that. Now, let's look at hip hop, because does hip hop play into this? Because when it comes to music, it's all about like, forget dudes or forget women, get money. Forget men, get money. It's all about that. So I think that people are into that right now. People have kind of turned. Now, this is old. Like, that song is like 20 something years old, 30 years old, actually, at this point. But I'm just saying, I think that it's cute or it's cool to say that. Now, when I used to say it was just pure ignorance. I didn't understand what I needed. Like, first of all, you have to know who you are and know what you need. So some people say they don't need something. They really don't know what they need because they're not self-aware. So at the end of the day, I believe that somebody was trying to get on live with me. But at the end of the day, I do believe that people need a man. And I do feel like when people say that, it's out of a survival mentality or a hurt place, Now, nobody on the planet needs somebody to abuse them, neglect them, treat them bad. So that's another thing. People might say, I don't need that in my life. Like, my life is happy and I feel content and I don't want that. So I can see that happening. But other than that, somebody just said men and women need each other. I agree. Oh, my thing is coming off. This thing keeps coming off. Okay, so we're close to our last hour. Hi. Oh, we might get a relationship talk for the last 12 minutes. Let me fix this. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
But I wanted to hop on and support for a great call.
Okay, we're talking about relationships. I wanted to know some questions. I wanted to ask some questions.
Okay.
Okay. Somebody asked, why do women act like they don't need a man? That's the question right now.
Why do women act like they don't need a man?
Or say, I don't need a man.
I, just my opinion, feel like it is a lack of trust in the follow through on a lot of men that they probably have dealt with.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, well, I don't need you because I've always figured it out for myself. So it gives the perception of, well, what do I actually need you for? Because you didn't really help me.
Okay, I feel that. And I just said that. I said it could come from a place of not insecurity, but a place of like protection. Like, I don't want to say I need something that's not coming. And I said that could possibly come from, your childhood if you needed things and you were neglected.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's true, especially if they had father figures or dad, grandpas, uncles, anybody who has done something to them to cause mistrust. It could be as simple as, my dad said he was gonna come and, pick me up and take me to the movies, and he never came. And, that kind of stuff just kind of breeds an unconscious, mistrust with men.
Right. Okay, so what about men who say that? Because, we had the F dudes get money, and then we had the F girls get money. So everybody was basically acting like they don't need each other, even though we do. As human beings, we need each other. So I'm trying to figure out what's up with that.
So the men who feel like they don't need women?
Yeah, because you said. Oh. Okay. Let's get on here. So I guess my phone was like, ma'am, you've been on here for my phone said, look, mama, you've been on here for however many hours. Yeah. So everybody who wants to do this, understand that your phone is going to overheat. So this phone just overheated. So I'm going to plug it up and probably turn it off. Yeah. I'm going to turn it off. And then I'm going to start this phone up to finish our last hour out. Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. My phone overheated. Okay. There we go. All right. So I like what she said. She said that if you get disappointed, that's a good explanation. Disappointment breeds discontent. Sometimes when you are disappointed in something, you start to say that you don't need it. I heard that with money too. Like some people will say, like, I don't need money. Like people will be like, I want this, and the other person will be like, well, I don't need that. And it's like, it's not saying you don't need it, but it's saying that you don't think you can have it. So therefore, you're not. Let me add her again. So it's not saying that you don't need it, but the fact is, because you don't have money or because you've never had it, you're saying you don't need it because it's an insecurity, basically. So I agree with her on that. I'm sorry, my phone overheated.
No, I know you've been going all day. So
For the Future Lawyers Camp, look, this is the last hour, so and when I said I was going to do 6 hours, I ain't gonna say I underestimated it, but it's not bad. You know what I'm saying? It's not bad.
hey, look, you pushing through because I would have been like, I said 6 hours, but
Right. That's my thing. I really want to add another man on here.
yeah, let's hear some male perspective.
Jonathan, do you want to come on? Do me a favor. Okay, so when it comes to needing, what do you feel like you need, quote unquote, from a man?
From a man?
Hey, Jonathan.
Hey, how are you?
Great.
For me, the things that I need from a man is consistency, in who you are and what what you say you're gonna do and then what you actually do. I need consistency in that because that builds that trust. Stability. I don't need somebody who's all over the place because I'm all over the place. So I need somebody that's gonna be, rock solid in who they are. And then I would definitely say someone who is willing to provide. A lot of women, I think, are afraid to say that, but in the position that I am right now, your godson is on the way. So
yeah,
we're trying to build, a family. So I want someone that can support a family.
Right.
I think that's important.
Okay.
And it's not just about the monetary things; it's the time and the presence.
Okay. So he said, somebody wrote, a man needs to put all his words into action. So I wanted to ask you, so I was talking about, people ask me, why do women say that they don't need a man? I said that's a false statement, but I do understand a lot of people do say that. And I said that when I used to say that, I think I got confused with the word need. I think the word need triggered you because you don't want to quote unquote need something that may not come through for you. So how does it feel? I want to ask Jonathan, how does it feel when a woman say that? Like, does that sound disrespectful? Is it like, what comes across?
I don't think it's disrespectful when a woman says that they don't need a man because women haven't had it easy. Because women personally, I don't find it offensive when a woman says they don't need a man because I grew up with a single mom and she did okay without my dad. I mean, it wasn't easy for both of us, but we did okay.
Mm-hmm.
But there's way too much pressure about being in relationships these days. And but being companionship is good and all, but sometimes it's not always that necessary, because sometimes you need to be happy being alone, because relationships are hard work, and compatibility with other people is kind of difficult to come around.
That's true. The compatibility part is very, very important, especially I think when it comes to the person you are now, but the person that you are looking to become. Sometimes people are like, oh, okay, I like who you are now. And then 10 years later, it's like, well, I didn't know you wanted all of these things or you wanted to do all of this and that. And that's not who I am. And I'm just comfortable living the plain Jane life that I've been doing, So I think compatibility is very important. Rich, age 60, he said loyalty, consistency, stability, and accountability. I like that. Accountability, I like that. That's definitely important. I think a lot of times men look at women like we aren't accountable for certain things, and
I don't disagree with that entirely. But I do understand that women, from my perspective, women, I'm not the same woman when I date different men. Different men bring different pieces of my personality out, right? And I think that with each person that you talk to or you date, you learn something new about yourself. And I think that with men, it's, at least for me, I look to them for a certain level of leadership, you know, in a relationship. And so accountability is a piece of that, I feel like. And so if I see someone who's accountable for what they do and they are willing to say, hey, I made a mistake, or hey, you know, I know I said I was going to do this, but it's taking a little bit longer than I thought it would, then I'm more likely to also be like, oh, okay, well, I get that. Or, you know, hey, I'm accountable for my things too. But if everybody's just making excuses, then we're just making excuses.
I feel that. What do you think about getting over hurt? Like, say if you were disappointed in the past. I'm an advocate that what happened in the past doesn't have to be your future, but I do understand that paradigms come into play where if something has happened before, you might in your mind think that this is how it always has to happen. So I'm curious, what do you think people should do if they want to change their situation? Because I mean, even when it comes to the law camp, I talk to kids who come from beginnings or come from backgrounds that doesn't look like basically the people in their family have done it always this way and they want to do it different. So how do you do it different if, like you said, you had a single mom. My mom was actually married, but she might as well have been single because we didn't get the help that we needed. So it's a paradigm that you have, and you might have in your mind like all men are like this or all women are like this. So how do you change that?
I was going to give Jonathan a chance to speak if you wanted to.
Yeah, I was thinking. So, well, we can probably change it by evaluating what went wrong with that situation and planning how to go about not repeating that same mistake in the future. And in my case, with my parents being divorced, if I were to get married and have kids, and my marriage doesn't work out, I make 100% effort to keep in touch with my kids regardless of the distance. Because there are some times that I would have liked having a dad around, because I have a lot of friends who I grew up with who had both parents, and they're able to have successful relationships and marriages. So I believe that my friends having both parents in the household helped them to know how to find the right partner and to have good family values and so forth to carry it to the next generation.
That is a good point that you said, because somebody said this. I think I was watching Averb and Hitman Holla. They were talking about, somebody said it's almost impossible for a man to do right if they never seen it growing up. And that was something that they said, that these men said. I like the big point that you said that I really like is you said evaluate what went wrong. I think that evaluation piece is what a lot of people misstep and don't do. Like, a lot of people just hopping from relationship to relationship to relationship, and nobody's evaluating what went wrong or what happened that you didn't want. And I think that evaluation can help you get a little realization about what you did and what you can do better next time, maybe. What you think, Deanna?
I don't disagree. I definitely think that there has to be some kind of evaluation, accountability. I know there's certain things that happen, to us that we can't control. We can't control our parents' relationships. We can't control, how, certain people treat us growing up or the things that we see growing up.
Right.
But once you hit a certain age of adulthood, it is our responsibility to then go and say, okay, this is what I saw. Is this in alignment with who I want to be or the things that I want? And if it's not, what do I need to do to change that? Is it, taking therapy? Is it reading books? Is it taking classes? Is it there's tools and resources out there for us to become better people. It's just how much do you want it? It's one thing to say this is what I want or this is who I want to be. It's another thing to put those things into action consistently day to day. And that's the hard part. It's hard to really just consciously change. It's a conscious effort. It's not just I'm gonna wake up one day and I know how relationships work. No, you gotta read books. You gotta talk to people. You have to date. You gotta learn stuff about who you are and what you like. And you're gonna make mistakes and you're gonna meet people who aren't compatible with you. But then you learn something from that, and you take it to the next relationship and say, okay, well, I didn't like this piece, but I loved all these other pieces. So how do I get more of that? Right.
I agree with that. Somebody said, what do you think about the phone situation? What phone situation are you talking about? She said, don't give your number. He got a girl and he don't want you to pop up. Don't give out your number. Always ask for state ID. Hey, that's facts, because my daddy lied about his name. So you definitely gotta. My mama gonna be mad. She like, you telling my business. You telling my business. Okay, somebody said some women say that they don't need a man because they look at the bad men around them, like in their family, and the man, what did it say? Oh, they said the men in my family dog the hell out of their women. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. When you see that type of stuff, you be like, that's disrespectful. I don't want that. That's what I'm saying. When people say they don't need a man, they really just got to be specific. Like, well, first of all, you don't need to say what you don't want. Just focus on what you do want. So if you don't want this stuff to happen, I would say just say what you do want. Like, I want a loving relationship, or I want a loving connection. I want to be close. Oh, my thing. What do you think, Jonathan?
Well, I think it's really important to be like specific about your wants and desires, because sometimes sometimes you can say something like out of context that can be taken off tangent. And in my case, I have an example. So a couple years ago, I was on vacation in Panama, and I kind of shot my shot with this young lady at the Panama Canal, and it didn't really go that well. And I was like, oh, I'm done with women. I'm never talking to women again. But and I said that at the moment, but I just needed like a couple of days to relax and to meet other women, and my perspective changed. So you have to really be careful how you say certain words, because how certain words come across in the universe, because you have to be careful what you wish for. But the reason why some women say, oh, I don't need a man is because sometimes they've been hurt so much because of unfortunate circumstances. And it's very unfortunate about those circumstances, but relationships aren't for everyone. And the whole soulmates thing, that's probably a thing, everyone having a soulmate, but everyone wants companionship. I mean, companionship is a universal desire, but companionship's not for everyone, though. But, yeah.
Well, you say companionship is for everyone, but relationships aren't?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, well, Scrappy, we were talking about, thank you for joining. We were talking about when men say that they don't need, when both parties say they don't need the other party. So a man say they don't need a woman say they don't need a man. Or in a same-sex relationship, people say that they don't need each other. So we were saying that people say this because of past hurts, past examples, or just being disappointed in a current situation. You saying you would rather say you don't need it because you don't think you're going to get it. And I made the analysis to when people say that they don't need money or they don't need material things because they probably never had it. So do you feel like this is something that men that could hurt your relationship if you say it, or could make you not get in a relationship if you say it? Or do you think that it's not that big of a deal?
I think it's a big deal. I think that if you say you don't need a man, you're not gonna get one. I think, and then it's a blockage too. It's just a wall. It's just a wall that people build because they're, like you said, because of past hurt and everything. But I mean, some people will say I don't need. I will want one. I would like one. You know, but I don't know, people just be saying stuff.
That's what I said, because I think people say when they say need, they get triggered. Like, I don't need what you do. People need each other. Like I was saying, I need my mama. I need my best friend. I need my brother.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
So why can we say that, but we can't say, or people get upset, or people get in their feelings to say, oh, I don't need their partner.
Because this is a mid thing. Like, especially if you're like not submissive, you're definitely not gonna say, I need it. You know? And it also really depends on, like, if you trust your partner. If you trust your partner to be in that alpha role, then you're gonna automatically submit. And if you're saying that I don't need that, you're basically saying like I'm not gonna submit because that's not what I need. I don't need to do that. It's just a wall.
Yeah.
For real.
That's what I'm saying. That's what people say. But what about men? Because I was talking about, you know how we got the F dudes get money, then you got the F girls get money. So they do it too. So what is this battle with them? Because, see, first of all, it's so many different stuff. People say you can't even create a life without the other person type thing. So it's like, how can you say you don't need it when you actually need it for survival?
Well, if you say you don't need it, that's because you never had it. So, like, if you say I don't need a man, you must have had a man that came across that made you want to need him.
You silly.
No, for real. Because if you've had it before and you miss it and it was right for you, you're gonna be like,
I need that.
I would like it. I need that. You know, I need that in my life. So if you ain't had it, of course you're gonna say you don't need it. But like me, like you said, I need my mama because I've had my mama. She's told me unconditional love.
Right.
So I need that.
Me too.
I have a group of friends who are ride or dies. I need that. You know, I have a relationship that it's kind of like knowing what you want and what you don't want. I may need this man, or I may need a man, but these are things that I don't want.
Yeah, so, that's the problem.
Yeah. So men do that because they may have had a good woman and they messed it up and they feel like karma's going to get them. So like, I don't need a woman because they've already messed up the woman that they needed. But I don't believe in the I don't need. I think everybody. I think we're put here to serve a purpose, and your purpose is to become a movement in somebody's life, and everybody needs somebody. Like, you need somebody, whether it's your mom, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your best friend, your man. Everybody needs somebody.
Right.
So that's the thing on it.
Scrappy, you just killed the whole thing. Like, you just laid it out, didn't she, Jonathan?
Yeah, she did.
Well, Scrap, I see you still at work, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you go, and we're gonna go to our last hour, which we talking about Black Lives Matter. So I'm gonna start the live over, and I'll probably start everything over on there too, and I'm just gonna start all the videos over. So thank y'all for coming on.
I'm reading this quick. All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay.